my first mom and my second mom. And I just want to make a disclaimer here. Alzheimer's and all other diseases are nothing but tools of the enemy to try and destroy our faith. The best part is we will never lose the fight, and we only get stronger. I was born to my mom at the age that I am right now, 38. I had two much older siblings. So I had all the benefits of being the youngest and of being like an only child. For as long as I could remember, my mom had gray hair. She seemingly didn't appreciate hair coloring the way that I do. You know how people say youth is a state of mind? Well, that may very well be true, but a little bottle of hair color goes a long way. My first mom was a wonderful Christian, a kind-hearted woman, a faithful wife, a good cook, a great baker, a hard worker, a fine daughter, a sweet sister, and a great mom. She was super thrifty. Oh, let me count the ways. She grew a terrific garden. She butchered chickens. She picked strawberries. She made her own jellies. She picked green beans. She canned hundreds of quarts per year. She canned tomatoes. She made my personal favorite, homegrown fried okra with cornmeal, and she scrambled an egg in it to make it go farther. She made hamburgers that some might have mistaken for meatballs, and she made hamburger gravy. And shredded bread with this gravy on top was one of my favorite side dishes. She heated leftovers. She hung the laundry on the clothesline even in the winter. She made chocolate chip cookies using an extra egg and an extra half cup of flour to make a more cake-like cookie, she said. The real deal was she only used half the bag of chocolate chips. She was a great seamstress, and she wasn't easily angered. We'll just say easily irritated at times. One of her worst oaths was fiddlesticks. She was an all-around pleasant woman and had the heart of a servant. Then one day, she lost her way driving home from the gas station in the town where she lived most of her life. And I had no idea that I just said my first goodbye to my first mom. She was asked to resign her job as a school monitor at the Christian school where I had just graduated high school 2 years earlier. And I didn't know it, but I said goodbye again. So we took her to the doctor, and I only hoped she had a brain tumor. At least that was something that could be operated on. Oh Lord, don't let it be that thing they call Alzheimer's. She couldn't pass any of the cognitive tests, and the brain scan came back clear, and they diagnosed her with severe dementia of Alzheimer's type. And I was in complete denial as I said another goodbye. She began wandering around the house at night. One time, she mistakenly thought the bathtub was the toilet, and we heard a huge tumble, sounded like thunder. She brought down the shower curtain, rod and all. And I learned that it was better to laugh than to cry. And I said another goodbye. We put a baby monitor in our room at night and learned quickly to remove all the hard furniture with sharp corners. I never realized what good cooking skills my dad had. But finally, we decided that Mom needed care we couldn't give, so she entered the nursing home, and I began to say my longest goodbye ever. It was just 2 months and 16 days shy of 10 years from my dad's sudden departure that I said my final goodbye just a few days ago. Do I still believe that Jesus could have raised her up? After all, Lazarus was 4 days in the grave when he called him forth. Absolutely. But his plan for my mom was to celebrate his resurrection with Him in heaven. So which mom do I miss the most? After all, I've known them both the same amount of time. All I can say is, Ruby McWilliams, the mom that by her witness helped lead me to eternal salvation, the place where she is rejoicing now.